Welcome to First United Methodist Church in Batesville, Arkansas, and to our weekly Advent devotionals. My name is Katie Pierce. I'm the pastor here. During Advent, I've been doing a midweek devotional on a beloved Christmas hymn, and this week I'll be talking about Star Child, which is beloved by those who know the song, but it is certainly less well known than any other Christmas carol or Christmas hymn that I've covered so far. It's also by far the most recent of the hymns that we've talked about. This was written by Shirley Arena Murray, who lives in New Zealand, in 1994. Her husband was a Presbyterian minister, and so she wrote hymns that would accompany his sermons and really spoke to his theology. She also wrote hymns for Amnesty International. But I love the origin story of this song. It started because she actually put the lyrics to the song in her Christmas cards that she sent out to family and friends in 1994. And within 24 hours, a friend had responded by composing a simple tune to accompany it. And from there, it somehow gained notoriety. It's actually not in our United Methodist hymnal, so you might not have heard it, but it is in the Faith We Sing, a more recent supplement to the hymnal, and many people have found it that way and do love that song. The words are really meaningful, and it's a pretty short hymn, so I'm actually going to read each of the verses for you. Star child, earth child, go between of God. Love child, Christ child, heaven's lightning rod. Street child, beat child, no place left to go. Hurt child, used child, no one wants to know. Grown child, old child, memory full of years. Sad child, lost child, story told in tears. Spared child, spoiled child, having wanting more. Wise child, faith child, knowing joy in store. Hope for peace child, God's stupendous sign. Down to earth child, star of stars that shine. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone alive. Those are very simple and repetitive lyrics, but I think they're quite powerful. One of the things that I like about this hymn is that the song itself and many of the descriptions of the child in the song you could take in two directions. It is clearly describing the Christ child, but when reading or singing the song and the lyrics, you can't help but also think of the millions of other children across the world who this song could describe, those who experience homelessness, abuse, grief, and pain. The song is a good reminder that Jesus' experience on earth, beginning with his birth and his early childhood, they were not that of a typical king, but of a child who was often rejected, impoverished, and scorned. So often when we imagine the birth of Jesus, we do so through rose-colored glasses. Even Silent Night, which is a very beloved and much more well-known hymn than this, it describes a pristine scene at Jesus' birth where everything is calm and bright and even silent. In a stable with a newborn, I highly doubt it. Dr. Michael Hahn, he's a professor of church music at Perkins School of Theology, and he wrote this about the way that we sometimes think about the first Christmas story. He said, Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol and Hallmark greeting cards may condition us to view Christmas sentimentally. The Christmas trees in our lovely sanctuaries and homes may subtly reshape our thinking in ways that might almost suggest that the Son of God was born in a cozy rural bed and breakfast, accompanied by a Walt Disney assortment of cuddly farm animals. I think he's right that we can sometimes view the first nativity that way. The reality of the birth of Jesus and of his early childhood years are much different. Jesus' earthly parents were in many ways unprepared to be parents, and they were unlikely choices for the parents of the Son of God. They were not yet married. They were not financially well off. His parents were forced to make a difficult journey very late in Mary's pregnancy and give birth far from home in a stable. There's no mention in the Bible of any extended family who was there to help this young woman, and this was her first pregnancy and first birth. And then, during Jesus' infancy, Mary, Joseph, and Jesus fled from Bethlehem to Egypt as refugees and lived in fear of King Herod killing their newborn child. As the song describes a street child, beat child, no place left to go, hurt child, used child, no one wants to know, we can see echoes of those early years of Jesus and his family who were pushed around, rejected, and probably at times very scared. But because of the way that Christ came into this world and lived our life and died our death, we know that God has lived the full human experience and identifies with each of us. But in a particular and special way, God can identify with those who suffer, which is a very comforting thing. When I read the lyrics of the song Star Child, I'm reminded of the poem, The Work of Christmas by Howard Thurman, who was an African-American theologian. And so I'll end by reading the words to this poem, which I try to read every Christmas. When the song of angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flocks, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the people, to make music in the heart. Thanks be to God. Amen.
Star child, earth child, go between of God, love child, Christ child, heaven's lightning rod. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone alive. Street child, beat child, no place left to go. Hurt child, used child, no one wants to know. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone alive. Grown child, old child, memory full